practice. That is why you have been able, and you are still able, to work with their children, grandchildren, and close associates. We thank you for this exceptional heart which God gave you. Therefore, Your Excellency, it is because of your reconciliatory heart that I, the granddaughter of the late President General Tito Okello Lutwa, can stand before you at this historical moment. I am standing here when the whole world is watching as a testimony of your exemplary leadership to recite a poem in your honor. This poem is titled, Celebrating a Dependable Leader. Today is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Rejoice for Muse Alaide. Lord, today Ugandans stand in reverence before you to rededicate your servant leader, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, to you. Your servant leader who behaves not like the hired hand. We beseech your divine wisdom, protection, grace, and favor upon him and upon this great land. Lord, as we went to the ballot, we raise our voices to you, that through us you anoint a leader best intention for the aspirations of the people of Uganda, a leader who would guide his people to secure their future. And Lord, through us Ugandans, your will was done. For like it is said, the voice of the people is the voice of God. Ugandans did not kick away the canoe, which helped them to cross the river. And thus, Lord, we are here to celebrate your will. Our people say, when the roots are deep, there is no need to fear the wind. Your Excellency, President Museveni, your leadership roots go deep, deep, deep. Muse, you have taken Uganda through the darkest nights. Therefore, fellow Ugandans, no wind will destabilize this land. The journey to socio-economic transformation, the journey to prosperity and peace, is a million-year march. Today, the country pauses to reflect on the 5-year speech of this long journey. The history of the human race is filled with intense tragedy and extraordinary inspiration. We are capable of building communities, nations, and civilizations that nurture, transform, and empower. But unfortunately, we are also capable of sustaining insecurity, poverty, disaster, and distress. It all depends on the shepherd at the time, the leader at the time. At a time of great challenges coming from the world and humanity, like HIV, AIDS, Ebola, COVID-19, locusts, floating islands, rising water levels, destruction of the environment, erosion of values, and unprecedented hate speech worldwide. We are here today to celebrate a shepherd who is willing to lead his people to a shared prosperity. A shepherd, easy in manner, yet solid as steel. A leader who God gifted with rare elastic patience. And as John Kabat-Zinn said, patience is a form of wisdom. It demonstrates that we understand and accept the fact that sometimes things must unfold in their own times. He positively changed the course of Uganda's history. He wrote a new chapter for the women of Uganda, the women who never featured as an item on the national agenda, the women who were any other business, if at all, on the national grid, the women who are now on a visible and on a steady road to meaningful, not cosmetic empowerment. A leader who is always striving to give the youth a good livelihood, focusing on job creation through a myriad of projects. To date, children of universal primary education sit in the August House. President Museveni has given a voice to the elderly and the disabled. The women, the youth, and the disabled now have a voice in Parliament. We are celebrating a human being, not an angel. Did you hear me call him an angel? No. But it is right and fitting to call him an exceptional, exemplary leader. Here is a great Pan-Africanist, a man who never opens his mouth without mentioning how crucial it is for Africa to unite, for East Africa to unite, so that we can have a strong bargaining power and a strong market for our products. We are celebrating a leadership which talks and practices peaceful conflict resolution, a leader who has been instrumental in building regional and continental bridges of peace. He sends emissaries to grind millet, not to break the grinding stone. A leader, sower of mustard seed of stability, which has now grown into a huge oak tree, giving shelter to all Ugandans. He offered an olive branch and amnesty to those who fought to destabilize the country. And he has always embraced a broad-based outlook in government formation. A leader who always calls on board all Ugandans, irrespective of whether they have voted for him or not. A leader who knows that authority comes from God. God has a place in his life and calling. A leader whose rib, his better half, the First Lady, Honorable Janet Kataha Museveni, is God-fearing, cool, measured, knowledgeable, is always by his side as an anchor. The rib herself, a leader in her own right, giving testimony to the biblical, he who finds a good wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Seated at the helm of power are these two children of the Christian revival movement, both walking the talk. Like Abraham Lincoln put it, I walk slowly, but I never walk backward. There are still some gaps and challenges in so many areas, but this leadership has taken an appreciable giant stride. Today, you can travel on tarmac from the most southern tip to the most northern tip in the country. The country is connected. The oil pipeline running from Uganda to Tanzania is on course. Our land of Canaan is in sight. The story of national resistance movement achievements is too long to be condensed in a few lines. Today and always, Uganda's story must be told. Africa has the opportunity to reposition herself as the cradle of transformation, innovation, and peace. Your Excellency, President Museveni, Ladit Lobo, Omukulembeze, Chiongozi, Omwebembezi, Afande, Mzee, May this time be one inspired by African aspirations and our value systems of integrity, transparency, honesty, unity, and the spirit of Ubuntu. We are the people of the Great Lakes and the cradle of Africa. We are the leaders of our own transformation and will inspire the world for a unified, secure future. For God and my country. This poem was written by Honorable Mary Karoro Okurut. Thank you.